This is going to be the end of the. This is the end of the campaign. Um, it's the best of 9, so we don't have to play it out. There's no way we can come back if we win the rest of the weeks. Whatever, we're not going to come up with enough wins. That's why we ended it today. Um, I really want to thank everybody that stepped up in this campaign. The UN, Rambo, Pop, Spad, Nookie, um, guys. I think we're on the right track with this format. I know there's some rough edges that need to be smoothed out, but overall, I think I mean, we saw that it was a little bit better this campaign, so I'm hoping that everybody agrees. Hell of a fight, guys. The whole time, I've been telling people that we're not just playing a good team. We're the guys in this tournament are the best in the world, and I truly believe that, and you see it on Battle Day. So you guys are more than a formidable enemy. I take my hat off to you guys. I'm I'm hoping someday we can get the other army to fight up to that standard, but we're making it there. There's going to be some downtime. There's some logistics that we're negotiating right now. I don't know all the details. I don't know how long it's going to take. So we're going to be down for a little while. We're possibly going to change the .com and some other things. So I do not know. I cannot speak to how long we're going to be down for. There is a one deadline tracker that I got to talk to you about, which is February 12th, where we have to have a few things done by, and we're on it. So as of right now, there is no registration open up for the next campaign, and yeah, we got nobody in. Okay, we got people in here.
No.
So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm gonna go turn this over to any of the other you want to speak before I turn it over to the armies. Come on, guys. Let's not kill each other. Let's listen, pay attention here, guys. Come on. We're gonna do knifing and all that here in a half a second. We just want to get through this map. Tracker,
I'll
you want
talk.
to say anything? Doc?
Okay, go ahead. You guys go ahead, Tracker.
Doc, go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to say it's a good map or a good match this time. Seemed to work out pretty well the way it worked. Enjoyed the fights.
Tracker? Flossie.
No, I'm good. Looking forward to retirement. But yeah, it's well for everyone, and well, let's see what the next one brings.
Okay, Sneaky's not here, correct?
What?
Not Sneaky, I'm sorry, Slippery. Slippery, no Slippery today, right?
Negative.
Correct.
Okay, so guys, I talked to Slippery. He said that he was traveling. He wasn't going to be here for the Saturday UN meeting, but he was supposed to show up late today. He had every plan in the world on being here. Something must have happened where he couldn't make it. So I'm hoping it's nothing bad, but that's where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the armies now. Is Nookie here?
Negative.
Okay, Rambo, Pop, Spad, I'm going to turn the floor over to you guys, and then we'll say some stuff, and we'll roll the shit on.
Yeah, no. Thanks to everybody that took part. It was it was a good campaign. Thanks to the blue side, you were really coming back there towards the end. We had to give it everything. It would be nice if we can get a few different people stepping up and and leading. People have got some ideas. Ideas have been put up from players. Why don't you take the reign? So you can implement those ideas instead of talking about them. But thanks to everyone that took part. But I'd like to definitely, hopefully, we get some people stepping up to command, because I'd like to enjoy the battle from a neutral point of view rather than the stress of leading every battle and everything like that.
I don't think you could do that, Rambo. You're a natural leader.
Rambo, very well said, by the way. Very well said.
But yeah, Bob, if you've got anything to add.
Yeah, I just want to agree with that. I think it's some people are keen to point out that they've got ideas and that, and they're not being put into implementation. So the opportunity is always there to take command and be heard. So I agree with that absolutely. And also, Blue have come on leaps and bounds. This has been a difficult campaign, almost to the point of losing a day, which is great improvements. So I think, as Doug said, we're going in the right direction and roll on next campaign. Well done.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, it might seem like a daunting task stepping up and leading. It is in some ways, but in some ways it's not anymore. Not compared to how it used to be. You don't have to be here every week.
And you'll have people who will have your back as well. It's not a lonely role. It's
Exactly.
We're here to help.
Yeah, and I want to reinforce what you guys are saying. Absolutely, we need more people stepping up to lead the armies and into the UN as well. Um, the thing is like they said, we're gonna have your back. You know what I'm saying? If it, we're gonna try to keep it going, but there's always people. And this new format, I think, is easier to say that I'll be one of three, than saying I'll be the one. So
Yeah.
I think that's definitely leading in the right direction.
Mhm.
And as far as the UN are concerned, instead of spectating or laying at X-ray and we get to play, oh my God, it's so much better. It's a little bit of a handful to try to lead the army and do the UN at the same time, but I don't care. I would rather play than spectate myself.
I think that was the best thing that's come out of these meetings, that we got you guys back in the game. It's just improved it dramatically.
Yeah.
It was a waste of assets and talent before, so yeah, I think that's definitely one of the best things that's come out of all that.
Agreed. Spad, you got anything?
He's away.
Oh, okay. All right. Anybody else want to talk? Let's see. Let's start with the red side. Anybody on the red side want to say anything other than the main guys? Anybody?
I'll say something, Doug.
Voices. You all speak in the week.
Whizbang, Shifty, Brave, Wolf, Tuman,
Hello.
Reki, Seven.
Well, my thing is just the same thing that there's some people that are natural leaders. There's people that are natural admins, like the forums and UN. And unfortunately, yeah, you can stick somebody in there. It's going to be a nightmare, but you can stick somebody in there.
But I disagree. It's not a nightmare anymore. It's this, we've discussed this several times about the fact that we are a minute section of what the IC community used to be. The roles are just so minimal now. I mean, what do? We turn up on a Saturday. It's basically whoever's there. We give our ideas. If anyone's got any front ideas they want to put in forward, there's the opportunity. It's, Nookie done it this campaign out of favour. And he's really had no responsibility. He's he's not even here today. So, you don't need to be on the ball all the time. It's not a stressful job to take leadership. And, so what? Step outside your comfort zone. You're right. People have got their natural roles. But, sometimes it's good to step outside your comfort zone.
Yeah, I want to.
Quite rewarding.
I'd like to touch on that. For one, I know why Nookie's not here. He was scared of the General's knife fight, and and then the thing is it's kind of strange because
We're gonna hold to that, Whizbang.
what we get is
I hope
what
so.
we get is we get some of the community that's not crazy about some of the guys that are in the UN, and then you get the UN guys that are like, hey, other people need to step up. Well, we've got it set up where if you come into the UN, we put you in a cushy role. Anybody that first comes in, we make them a deputy. You're simply eyes and ears and backup for the sheriff. That's the most cushy, easiest role in the UN. It's very little work. And
Luke.
but the problem we have is we have had success rotating people in and out of the UN. But what the problem that we're having is we only got a very small handful of guys that can to do the technical aspect of things. And I can speak because I've spoken to everybody recently. Since the time we started this till now, a lot of things have changed. Me, Tracker, ET, and Flossie have all gotten super busy with our jobs, careers, and businesses. And I mean, seriously, Tracker is like the busiest man in show business. And I mean, I'm busy up to my eyeballs as well. Flossie, same thing. ET, same thing. So we need more guys, not just to come in, but try to learn some of the technical aspects of things. We're going to make some changes and try to make to the infrastructure and try to smooth some things out. But yeah, it's the guys in the UN don't necessarily want to be here. You know what I'm saying? We know we can't leave the ship rudderless and just crash into the rocks, so that we're by like default stepping up. But we need more people to come in the UN and take the time to learn a few things. We start people out as deputies, but we need to widen it out. We can't put the bulk of the work on such a small few, and that goes the same with the Army. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're happy with the 3 guys on each side. That's great, but this is a lot of work for the few. Go ahead, Bob.
On that point, I'd like to add, why can't the responsibilities, or is that the right word, be shared out amongst? I mean, I want to use the word regulars, but we're all regular. Again, this is something that's been said. This is no longer a massive tournament with strangers coming and going. Where, as you said earlier, we're the elite of the elite. We're the best of the remainers.
The best in the
we're
world.
All good, we're all
playing
good
this
friends.
game.
We are, and we're all good friends. Most of us have known each other some 10 years plus. I think the responsibilities can be shared out. There are people, there's a rough 5 or 6 that are in TS pretty much every day, every week. And some of these responsibilities and powers, or whatever the word is you want to use, can be shared out without fear of, being hacked or robbed or whatever the stuff is going on. So I think the UN could do with a bit of a PR change in that respect, and start allowing some trust, giving some trust and respect to people who deserve it. I think we're not, as I say, we're not strangers anymore. We are the best of the best. We're a close-knit unit of people, a collection that fight each other each week, and I think that should be respected and acknowledged.
Yeah, agreed.
And then I want to mention one other thing. Like I said, we got some downtime and stuff, so a lot of this is just speculation. But one of the things that we talked about this, and I spoke to Reki about this, is the communication between the UN and the community. Now, I've tried lots of different things to try to knock down that wall. For some reason, there's this invisible barrier that seems to be there. It's been suggested that we start keeping track of the UN minutes in the open. Now, we've done this in the past in the UN area, and it actually got dropped because simply it was too much work. You know what I mean? I was ended up having to spend X amount of time to post on it and then turn around and do the work. So I have a choice. I can either do the work or post it. I'm going to try to speak to the UN and try to open up the communications. I'm going to try to make a post for the UN minutes and highlight some of our discussions and topics so people are more aware of what we're talking about. Now, if I'm going to go through that effort, I want you to hear my next sentence very clearly. Every single UN meeting is open to the public. We sit in a locked channel for one reason and one reason only, and that's to make people knock. The only thing we will not discuss with everybody is any kind of disciplinary actions. That's a private conversation with the UN. Otherwise, if we're not disciplined in it, everybody is welcome. Anybody can show up. Anybody can chime in on any topic they want. We meet twice a week, Wednesdays and Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern. The door is open. Knock. Say you want to sit and listen. You can sit and listen, say nothing. You can participate and talk, whatever you want to do. But we're going to make a genuine effort to knock down this communication barrier between the UN and the general community because it's our enemy. Anytime there's a problem, I don't care if it's with your wife or whatever, most problems are based on either a lack of communication, a communication breakdown, or whatever. When 2 countries go to war, what's the first thing they do? They kick out all the diplomats so there's no communication. Okay, that's what we can't do. So I'm going to try my best to open up everything I can to anybody who gives a shit, okay?
Agreed. I think we should work on reinforcing that mentality, that attitude. Because this is one of the things that I've noticed. It seems like sometimes there's alternate directions. I mean, there's no denying, Duck, you're passionate about this place. This place wouldn't be here if it weren't for you and others. But I think primarily you're the driving force in this. It seems to be your baby, and sometimes I get the impression. I'm not going to speak on behalf of other people, but it seems like they're going in this, different directions. There's some. I don't want to use the word power struggle, but whoever's up there seems to be going in different directions. And my alliance always comes back to you because I feel your passion. So I'm kind of biased in that. So I respect what you're saying, but
I appreciate what you're saying, Bob. And I just want to point out one thing. There's kind of a little myth about the UN. For some reason, a lot of people think that we all agree on everything. And I cannot tell you how far that is from the truth. We have long, drawn-out discussions because we disagree.
I'm always disagreeing with you guys.
Right. All you got to do is listen to me and Tracker talk for 2 minutes and you'll get it. We don't always agree. But what we do is we sit and we hammer it out and come to some kind of consensus. But it's not like, the UN's against this or the UN's against me or whatever. I'm telling you, if you're in that room, not everybody is saying the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? And there is no agenda of like, oh, we're gonna go after this guy and we're gonna do this and we don't like that. It's not a group. We are all single individuals in the UN. The UN does not have a blanket policy. We don't fucking agree on shit. I'm telling you now. It takes.
Well,
I mean,
we do have a majority rule policy, though.
Yeah, but but it takes us 3 hour discussion to get to that point. I'm just saying we argue about everything
I've been
else.
there, and I always enjoy it. You know, that's one thing I do enjoy when we usually get our heads together. There's always a good long discussion, and there's plenty of toing and throwing, and you know, there's some good strong-minded people in there. I always enjoy it, so I'd like to participate more often.
Yeah.
But someone mentioned the other day, there's this old stereotypical British attitude of, you know, almost being impolite to just walk in on a meeting. It's, you know, I don't want to sound like an idiot wussy, but sometimes it's nice to be invited. If that's worth its weight.
You're all invited.
I'm inviting you right now.
There's your invitation.
I'm just raising the point that was added. I mean,
I got you.
It's a stereotype, but you know.
Yeah, and like I want to go back to what I was saying though. The UN doesn't always agree, and then the other thing is like, well, some people don't want to come talk to us. They're afraid we're all gonna, or all of us, all the UN members are gonna jump on that one individual all together. I cannot tell you how far that is from the truth. We all, like I said, do not even agree on anything. So the idea that we're all going to jump on somebody, it would take us 3 hours to agree for all of us to jump on you. So I'm telling you right now, it's not like what people think. You know what I'm saying? So
also, I'd like to. I think it'd be interesting to see some of the regular guys turn up in TS every now and then and see what goes on in the week in some of these meetings. It's Wednesdays and Saturdays, isn't it? It'd be interesting to see some voices that aren't often heard. I mean, there's a lot of you guys sitting back just listening now. You know, you got some interesting points. It'd be valuable to hear them, I think, in those meetings because they are good dynamic discussions, aren't they? I think we can all agree on that.
At times they are. Let's push this forward a little bit. We gave a lot of the blue guys a chance to talk. Anybody else on the blue want to talk? Brave, you want to say anything?
No, not really. Other than it was great. It was really good to see you guys really pull it together last couple of weeks. I thought your medding was fantastic. That outwhipped us one of them maps early on today for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. Whizbang, want to say anything?
No, thank you, sir.
No,
50?
yours, sir.
I'm eating a chocolate bar.
Not that it can't be said later. One thing that's been I've noticed this campaign is that both armies try to match each other's uniforms as close as they can get. And I know we have green name tags, but sometimes it's confusing if you're close quarter.
But
and
sometimes it has to do with the map terrain too, Shifty.
Yeah, there's particularly 2 green ones that look really similar and 2 gray ones that look really similar, like the ones we're wearing today. That's when it comes to the biggest issue. But yeah, you are right. It's difficult. 7, who's the next person I'm asked, want to say anything? I actually let her walk right past me because I thought she was friendly, and then she stabbed me.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that could be a benefit too. I mean, both sides have the same problem, so.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
That proves how good you can.
You just shoot everybody like God.
Right. Exactly.
7, you want to say anything? 7.
What?
You want to say
Wake up.
anything?
Oh,
Make us
that
a
would
drink
be
or
our.
something?
No.
Wolf?
She's scared.
Did you want to share a drink with us?
Do you want some gin?
Okay, Pop, Tuman, you said stuff. Pop, you said stuff. Reki, you want to say anything? Reki.
I think he's taking a nap.
Okay, Trumpy Bear, you're a guest today. You want to say anything?
Thanks for having me. I'm not a particularly very strong player, but thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you, everyone.
Can I just add, while Trumpy's there, I didn't mean to shout at you today. I hope you didn't take me as negative, but the point of the game in the tournament is to get in that zone. It's frustrating. I didn't want to keep calling you out. I know someone else called you out as well, but it's different to CC. You know, I know you're new here, so you might not get the grasp of it, but it's important to be in them zones rather than, you know, you have to listen to people.
Yeah, and don't take anything in the heat of battle. We all yell at each other all the time.
That's my point. That's what I want to say.
Don't take
no
it too
problem,
personal.
I was screaming the same thing, Pop, half the day.
All right, so then
We all get excited when we fight.
we're gonna do the other side now. Luke.
I know that I came in late about last week, but both armies have fought very well this campaign. I thought that both teams had their pros and their cons. sometimes it's okay to have both of those. That means you just learn from your cons to make them better in your pros. Red Army, congratulations on the win this campaign. You guys have fought very hard and very well as a team. Tip the hat to y'all. And Blue Army, it was nice playing this last battle day with y'all. It was very well.
Yeah, I didn't mean to step over the tracker. Flossie, you guys here? Tracker, you want to say anything for the Army side?
No, it's all good. You guys are making
Flossie's
valuable points here.
right. Flossie, you still here?
Yeah, no, I'm good, thanks.
All right. Sneaky, want to say something?
Wait.
You skipping?
Wait for it.
Joser, you want to say something?
I'm gonna do a flyby for the Army.
Joser.
No.
Kubis, talk to us.
Is it being recorded?
Nobody's here, Cubis, because of me.
No, I'm just kidding. No, nothing to say. Thank
Okay, Joanna.
Kubis, you must have something to say.
No.
Kubis needs to talk about maps.
Nothing, Joanna?
No, good Savage battles. I enjoyed it.
All right, Doc, Army side, anything?
No.
Can we
Mager.
talk about Brexit?
Oh, don't.
No politics in teams.
All right,
please.
guys, we're gonna roll to the first map. I have a question before we do this. Doc, I'm gonna have to have you do this for me. Do you know how to roll a map?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
We'll find out.
So, Nookie was the major. He would have been doing the knife fight. He's not here. I'm assuming it's gonna be the next in command. And then on our side, we're all three the same rank, so we have to figure out who's gonna do it from our side. Who do you guys?
Well,
Red?
someone mentioned doing one each, didn't they? If there's three of us each, that sounds fair to me.
That'll
be
work.
interesting.
Well, Nookie's not here. He's the major. It'd be his knife fight. Then it would go into the next in command. But I mean, you guys. I mean,
That's what I mean. There's three ROAs on each side, so do one each. I mean, that was just mentioned. I'm not fussed.
Or we can all just go down in there together in melee.
I think it should be a 3-on-3. That'd be a lot of fun.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, but you have to keep counting everything. We just need to put one guy out there and get it over with.